Ever find yourself stuck on the toilet, waiting and waiting, wondering why nothing's moving? If you're over 60 and constipation feels like a constant battle, you're not alone. But what if relief could begin in just 2 days? And what if the answer wasn't pills or powders, but 5 simple things your body might already be begging for? Many older adults face this uncomfortable truth. Constipation becomes more than just a nuisance. It's that frustrating heaviness in your belly, the bloating that won't go away, the fatigue that follows you through the day. And perhaps the most frustrating part? Trying fiber supplements, stool softeners, or even laxatives, only to sit, wait, and feel nothing change. It's a quiet struggle, often endured in silence, with little success. But here's the encouraging news. For so many seniors, things can begin to shift dramatically in just 48 hours when they eat the right combination of 5 simple natural foods. In this video, we're going to walk through 5 specific foods and easy adjustments that have helped countless people over 60 feel lighter, more regular, and genuinely in control of their digestion again. These aren't gimmicks or fad cleanses. They're gentle, natural supports that your body might already be craving, without you even realizing it. And what's even more important? These 5 things aren't just about getting things moving. They're about helping your body regain its rhythm, supporting clearer thinking, boosting energy, and lifting that sense of sluggishness that often comes with digestive trouble. So stay with me until the end of this video, because sometimes all it takes is discovering one small thing, just one change, that shifts how you feel each morning, starting right when you wake up. Because when your gut starts working the way it should, everything else in your day tends to go a little smoother too. Let's begin. Number 1. Soaked chia seeds. One of the simplest, most effective ways to support digestion after 60 is something most people completely overlook: a single tablespoon of soaked chia seeds each morning. It might sound too easy to matter, but the way these tiny seeds interact with your body can make a powerful difference. The way soaked chia seeds work inside your body can be surprisingly powerful. When you soak them in water overnight, they transform into a soft, gel-like consistency. Once you consume them, that gel acts like a gentle broom moving through your intestines. It helps to soften the stool, adds bulk, and makes everything pass more smoothly, without the need for pushing, straining, or discomfort. What's especially wonderful is that chia seeds do all of this without the sudden urgency or stomach cramps that many over-the-counter laxatives tend to cause. It's a subtle support, one that works with your body, not against it. Many seniors report that after just a day or two of taking soaked chia seeds each morning, their digestion starts to feel more natural and more regular. It's not about shocking your system, it's about giving it what it already understands, a little extra support to do what it was built to do. As we age, our digestive rhythm often slows down. That's completely normal. But chia seeds give your gut the soft nudge it needs to get moving again, without stress or force. One of the key reasons chia seeds are so effective is their incredibly high content of soluble fiber. This type of fiber retains moisture, helping to keep the contents of your colon soft and hydrated. And that's crucial, because one of the most common causes of age-related constipation is dryness in the stool. When there's not enough moisture, everything slows to a halt. But with water-rich, gel-like fiber from chia, your digestive system can finally start cooperating again. I remember speaking with a 72-year-old gentleman named Larry. He had been dealing with constipation for nearly 10 years. He had tried powders, pills, fiber bars, almost everything. Nothing ever worked long-term. Then, he began soaking just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds in half a glass of warm water each night. The next morning, he drank it slowly, no mixing, no blending, no extra steps. Within just 2 days, Larry told me it felt like someone had finally hit the reset button in his body. That's the beauty of it. You don't need to make it complicated. No need to turn it into a smoothie or bake it into recipes. Just a tablespoon of chia, soaked overnight, sipped slowly in the morning. Give your body time to respond. Often, that one simple habit becomes the thing that gently, quietly resets everything. Number 2, warm prunes. It's easy to think of prunes as something outdated, maybe something your grandparents used to eat. But there's a reason prunes have stood the test of time. When it comes to natural, reliable relief from constipation, especially after 60, very few foods are as effective, consistent, or trusted as warm, softened prunes. What makes prunes so powerful isn't just their fiber content, though that certainly helps. It's a natural compound called sorbitol, a sugar alcohol that gently draws water into the intestines. This added moisture softens the stool and helps it pass more easily, without strain or discomfort. And here's the beauty of it. Prunes don't push your body into action. They work with your system, encouraging movement the way nature intended, calmly, gently, and effectively. Now, here's something most people don't realize. Eating prunes straight from the bag, cold and chewy, might not give you the full benefit. But when you warm them slightly in water, either on the stovetop or in the microwave, their digestive power seems to increase. The texture softens, making them easier to chew and digest, and the warmth itself soothes your digestive system, especially when eaten first thing in the morning. Warm prunes, gently simmered or soaked, become easier for your gut to process. It's as if that comforting warmth tells your body, it's time to start the day. And if you've ever experienced that sluggish, stuck feeling in the morning, you know how valuable that gentle nudge can be. I remember speaking with Joanne, a 68-year-old woman who had been relying on various stool softeners for years. She told me she had nearly given up on finding a natural solution that actually worked. But once she started eating 4 to 5 warm prunes each morning, paired with a glass of warm water, she noticed a shift within just 2 days. The bloating eased, the uncomfortable urgency disappeared, and she finally felt in sync with her own body again. In her words, "For the first time in years, I wasn't chasing my body to do what it's supposed to do." And that's the magic. It's not just about the physical effect of prunes. It's about the message they send to your digestive system. It's morning, let's get things going. When paired with warm water, it's like flipping a switch. Your gut starts to move in harmony with your day. This isn't about overwhelming your system with fiber or going on restrictive detoxes. It's about restoring the natural rhythm your body might have lost due to aging, medications, or simple lifestyle shifts. And the change doesn't take months. For many people, it begins within 48 hours. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. Just tap that button and turn on the bell so you don't miss out on the next tip. Your support truly helps us keep making thoughtful, informative content to inspire and guide you. Number 3, warm lemon water. There's something unexpectedly powerful about beginning your day with a single glass of warm water with fresh lemon juice might not seem like much at first glance. But for people over 60, especially those dealing with sluggish digestion or slow, heavy mornings, this one simple habit can create a ripple effect that gently improves how the entire digestive system functions throughout the day. The science behind it is simple but meaningful. Warm water alone helps increase circulation and gently stimulates the digestive tract, almost like waking it up from a long sleep. When you add lemon, you introduce a natural source of citric acid. That acid helps stimulate gastric juices in the stomach and encourages peristalsis, the smooth, wave-like contractions that move waste through the intestines. That's the part of digestion many older adults don't always realize is slowing down. It's not that the gut stops working altogether, it's that its rhythm gets quieter. The signals from the brain to the belly become more subtle, less responsive. Warm lemon water, especially first thing in the morning, acts like a volume dial. It gently turns those signals back up, helping your system come alive again. Think of it like this. After a full night of sleep, your body has been resting and fasting. You haven't eaten, you haven't moved much, and your digestive system is still groggy. Pouring in cold juice or coffee might shock the system, leaving it tense and reactive. But a glass of warm lemon water? It's like a gentle stretch before a morning walk. Soothing, intentional, and exactly what your gut needs to ease back into gear. I remember a woman named Carol, 74 years old, who told me she had completely given up on feeling regular. She'd tried fiber supplements, teas, even prescriptions, but nothing ever seemed to make a long-term difference. Then one day, her granddaughter suggested something old-fashioned: a glass of warm water with fresh lemon juice every morning before breakfast. Carol chuckled at first, thinking it sounded too simple to be useful, but she gave it a try. And by the third morning, something shifted. She said, "It was like my body remembered what it was supposed to do." The bloating eased, the heaviness after breakfast disappeared, and her energy felt more steady throughout the day. The beauty of this habit lies in its simplicity. There are no side effects, no added sugars, no artificial ingredients. Just one glass. The warmth soothes your belly, while the lemon gently encourages your digestive system to wake up and move. Over time, many people who make this part of their daily routine report fewer days of bloating, less dependence on medications, and a stronger sense of connection with how their body functions. It's not a miracle cure, but it's maintenance. Gentle, reliable, and the kind of care your body quietly appreciates. Give it just 2 mornings. That's all it takes to start noticing a shift. Before eating anything, drink your warm lemon water slowly, no rushing. Let it settle into your system. Pay attention to how your body responds. You may find that you're not just more ready to visit the bathroom, but more ready to move through your day with clarity, lightness, and ease. Number 4. Removing gut-slowing foods for just 2 days. Sometimes, the most powerful change doesn't come from what we add, but from what we take away. When it comes to constipation, especially for older adults, certain everyday foods that once brought comfort can now be quietly working against you, slowing your digestive system and making it harder to stay regular. What's surprising is how common these foods are in many seniors' diets. And yet, we often don't realize that they might be the very reason we're feeling stuck, bloated, or heavy. As we move past 60, the digestive system naturally becomes more delicate. The gut lining thins, enzyme production slows, and the body has a harder time breaking down heavy or processed foods. Foods like white bread, cheese, and red meat, though familiar and satisfying, can sit in the system longer than they should. They don't just delay digestion, they also contribute to drying out your stool, making it harder to pass. This combination can throw off your rhythm and leave you feeling backed up for days. To be clear, these foods aren't bad in a moral sense, but they do become more difficult to process as we age, especially when eaten frequently and without enough fiber or hydration. White bread, for instance, offers very little fiber. Cheese tends to be low in moisture and high in fat, making it constipating for many seniors. And red meat, while rich in protein, can take several extra hours to digest and provides no fiber at all. Now picture this: toast in the morning, a grilled cheese sandwich for lunch, and a steak or burger for dinner. It might sound like a normal day, but for your gut, it could be a slow-motion traffic jam. When things stop moving out, the pressure builds inside. That's when bloating, discomfort, and fatigue start to take over. I once spoke with Robert, a 79-year-old man who followed that exact routine almost every day: eggs, toast, cheese, and meat. Out of habit, he stuck with it. But after one particularly uncomfortable week, his daughter gently suggested he try something different. Just for 2 days. No white bread, no cheese, no red meat. He made the switch: oats instead of toast, beans in place of meat, and steamed veggies instead of cheesy casseroles. The results? By the second morning, Robert said it felt like the inside of his body had finally unclenched. The constipation eased, but more than that, he felt lighter, clearer, and even more energized. Of course, Robert didn't cut out his favorite foods forever. But now, whenever things start to feel a bit off, he gives his body a simple 2-day reset. That's the beauty of it. You're not giving things up permanently. You're just letting your gut breathe, rest, and reset. Sometimes that little break is all your body needs. Just 2 days without the common culprits, like white bread, cheese, and red meat, can give your system the space it needs to clear out, recover, and get back on track. During that time, you focus on foods that are naturally soft, high in moisture, and easy to digest. Think juicy fruits, warm broths, soups, steamed greens, meals that not only move through your system more easily, but also nourish your digestive lining. You don't have to say goodbye to your favorites forever. This is about balance, not restriction. But knowing when to pause and giving your gut those 2 calm, supportive days can make a huge difference in how you feel. Sometimes it's the reset your body has quietly been asking for. If you're still watching and finding these tips helpful, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't yet subscribed, now's the perfect time. Just hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you won't miss the next part. Your support really helps us continue bringing you thoughtful, practical content to support your health and well-being. Number 5. Fermented foods. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to have a naturally smooth digestive rhythm, even well into their 60s, 70s, or beyond? It often comes down to one subtle but powerful factor: gut bacteria. These tiny organisms live inside your digestive system, and though you can't see them, they play a huge role in how your body works. They help break down food, absorb nutrients, and yes, move waste through your colon. But here's the challenge. As we age, those helpful bacteria can start to disappear. Years of antibiotics, diets filled with processed foods, chronic stress, and the natural aging process itself can thin out your gut's microbial community. And when that happens, everything starts to slow down. Digestion becomes sluggish. Constipation shows up more often. And you may begin to feel just a bit off, like your system isn't working quite the way it used to. That's exactly where fermented foods come in. Whether it's a scoop of plain yogurt, a spoonful of sauerkraut, a bit of kimchi, or a glass of kefir, these foods are packed with live, active cultures that help restore the good bacteria your gut depends on. And the best part? These probiotics don't just sit around. They get to work. They help digest food more effectively, soften your stool, and trigger the natural signals that tell your body, "Hey, it's time to go." I once met an 81-year-old man named George who shared something many seniors will relate to. He told me he would often go 4, sometimes 5 days, without a single bowel movement. George's doctor had already ruled out any major issues and recommended increasing his fiber intake. It helped a little, but only for a short while. Nothing seemed to stick. What truly made a lasting difference was when George began introducing fermented foods into his daily routine. Every afternoon, he added just 2 tablespoons of sauerkraut to his lunch, and in the evening, he enjoyed a small bowl of plain yogurt with dinner. Within just a few days, he noticed his trips to the bathroom becoming more regular. But that wasn't the only change. What caught him off guard was how much lighter and clearer he felt, not just in his body, but in his mind. He told me, "I didn't realize how weighed down I'd gotten, not just physically, but mentally too." And that's something we don't talk about enough. Constipation doesn't only impact your gut. It can affect your mood, your concentration, your sleep, and your overall energy. It becomes a low-level stress that follows you throughout the day, clouding your thinking and weighing on your spirit. But when your digestion is in balance, everything feels different, brighter, smoother, and more in sync. Now, if you're trying fermented foods for the first time, it's important to go slow. Don't jump in with big servings right away. Start with just a few spoonfuls per day and give your gut time to adjust. In the beginning, too much too fast can cause bloating or mild discomfort, but that usually passes within a few days as your gut bacteria rebalance and begin their work. This isn't about turning your kitchen into a fermentation lab or becoming someone who lives on kimchi and kombucha. It's about adding just enough life, real living cultures, back into your gut to help it do what it used to do naturally. Regular, comfortable, unforced. A healthy gut doesn't just mean fewer days of constipation. It means more energy, clearer thoughts, and a greater sense of well-being. And often, just 2 or 3 days of adding a small amount of fermented food can spark that quiet transformation. If you're still here and finding this helpful, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're watching. And if you haven't already subscribed, now's the time. Click that button and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Your support means a lot, and it helps us continue creating content designed to inform, support, and uplift you. Free final thoughts. Constipation might seem like a minor nuisance, something you can brush aside or deal with quietly. But if you've lived with it day after day, you know the truth. It doesn't just affect your body, it steals your energy, it dulls your focus. It even chips away at your confidence. But as we've explored today, relief doesn't have to come from a bottle or a prescription. It doesn't have to be complicated or costly. Sometimes it's as simple as soaking a spoonful of seeds, gently warming a few prunes, drinking warm lemon water, stepping away from heavy foods for just a couple of days, or adding a little life back into your gut with fermented foods. These aren't magic fixes, they're gentle resets. Small, natural shifts that don't push your body, but support it. And the beauty is, they often begin to show results in as little as 2 days. That's not a guarantee, but it is what many real people have experienced. When they finally gave their bodies the quiet support it had been needing all along, something shifted. Sometimes just listening to your body, really listening, is all it takes to feel lighter, clearer, and more at ease. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 natural approaches spoke to you the most? Which one feels like it could be the first step your body is asking for right now? Leave a comment below and tell us one thing you learned today, and more importantly, how you plan to use it in your life. Maybe tonight you'll soak some chia seeds. Maybe tomorrow morning you'll start your day with warm lemon water instead of coffee. Whatever that small action is, it matters. Because this journey isn't just about fixing a problem, it's about tuning in. It's about giving your body the care and respect it's quietly been waiting for. When your gut feels lighter, everything feels freer. Your mood, your movement, your mindset. You deserve that feeling. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'd truly love to hear from you, so don't hesitate to leave a comment and share what stood out to you. Reading your thoughts inspires us and helps us keep creating videos that support and uplift your health journey. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit. Your support means the world to us and allows us to keep making helpful, heartfelt content just for you. Wishing you good health, happiness, and peace always. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We'll see you in the next video.